Hey, this is Dave Erickson coming to you from my backyard, and behind me is our garden. I want to talk today about the law of awareness. Becoming aware of something in your life is the first step towards changing it. For example, if someone were to come up to me and say, Dave, your zipper's down, I would become aware, look, confirm, and automatically be compelled to do something about it. Zip it up. Awareness creates automatic action. So the person didn't have to say to me, Dave, your zipper's down and you should zip it up. No, the person only had to say, Dave, your zipper's down, and I became aware of it, and then I would know that I need to zip it up. Now that's fine. But what happens when I'm made aware of something that's more emotionally painful? Like someone comes up to me and says, Dave, the way you're speaking to your wife is disrespectful. That's not so easy to go, you're right, let me change, let me automatically be compelled to make changes. No, what's going to happen is if I have a low self-esteem, if I have a picture of myself that's fragile, if I think I'm a smart guy, I think I'm a good husband, I think I do the right thing, I'm trying to do the right things, and someone comes up and tells me that I'm not doing the right thing, and I'm hurting somebody I care for, boy, that's a hard thing to accept. And what we human beings do when we have faults that are emotional to us is we tend to not accept that. We might become defensive. We might say, well, who do you think you are? I've seen you talk to your wife in not such, respectful ways. Or we might just totally ignore it because it's too painful to think that I'm a bad husband, and I'm just going to think that, whatever, he was having a bad day and needed to vent, and he didn't really mean that. He was just, had to vent, and that's not reality. So we're so compelled when it's an emotional something emotional that we become aware of that's painful for our self-esteem, our self-image, who we believe we are, that points a fault at ourselves. So this is critical in the change process. So all of the self-help books and videos and weight loss plans, actually all they're doing is pointing out what you're doing wrong. And the only way to improve is to admit that you're doing something wrong and then take action and change it. Be compelled to take action and change it. So often we'll look at something and go, oh, well, this is the reason why, such and such, because of, low self-esteem, and this is why you do that. Well, I don't have that problem. I don't need to worry about that. Next chapter. Well, what the fact of the matter is that is at the very core of why this person is struggling to get these certain results in their life. So everything that I'm going to be sharing with you is basically going to be making you aware of things in your life, making you aware of where your zipper is down. And you can go to me, Dave, how dare you say my zipper's down? Screw you, your zipper's down too. I'm out of here. Click, I'm changing the channel, I'm going to a different website, whatever. Or, like normally, or what we're really trying to do is get to a point where it's like, you know what? My zipper is down, and I'm going to go ahead and zip it up and take care of it. This is critical, and it's an often, in fact, almost always overlooked aspect of making changes in your life, is because we're all so fragile. Here's how it happens: is as kids, you go up to a kid and they're not easily offended, are they? You tell a kid they're doing something wrong, and they don't listen to you, or they don't care, and it's so hard. You got to just really get angry with them for them to listen to you. And over time, as we develop this sense of mistakes are bad, and I'm a bad person if I make a mistake, because what happens, right? We do something wrong, mom and dad yells at us. We do something wrong, mom and dad scolds us. We do something wrong, mom and dad ignore us. We don't clean our room. We don't get to go to the park. We do something here. We don't get to have treats at night. So it's always this constant. We're doing something wrong, and we're feeling pain. We're doing something wrong, and we're feeling pain. I mean, this happens from age 2 to age 18, and it keeps continuing on. So can you imagine this day after day after week after week after month after month after year, can you imagine this imprint in your subconscious of, I did something wrong, I should feel bad. I did something wrong, I'm going to feel bad about myself. So we really get this ingrained that we don't want to do anything wrong, because then we have this core sense of feeling bad about ourselves that's programmed into us from general parenting. Once you become aware of that these fears of being wrong, these fears of feeling bad about yourself because you're doing something wrong, is hindering you from your own personal growth as an adult. This is a critical factor that we'll go over time and time again, because everything that, like I said, I'll be going over with you is going to be me making you aware of where your zipper's down in your life. And you're gonna, and the reason why there's so much information and programs and books out there, and they're all good, and if you follow them, you'll achieve success. But so many times we're told that our zipper's down, and we don't want to hear it because it makes us feel bad. So we just move on, we don't deal with that issue, and it never gets changed, it never gets addressed, the zipper never gets pulled up, and we just walk around life with our zipper down, and wondering why we're not getting the results we want in our life. Because we have a helicopter going over right now. It's like a London helicopter. So, awareness automatically creates change. Only if you allow it to, by allowing yourself, and the barrier between awareness and change, that barrier is your own self-acceptance. It's being able to say, you know what, I like who I am now. I've got these things that I'm working on, but I like myself now, and it's okay that my zipper's down in these certain areas. It's okay that I'm not the best husband there is in the world, that I can improve upon that. That when someone says to me, hey Dave, you know what, the way you're talking to your wife isn't the best way to do that if you really want to have a great marriage. And I'm be able to accept that. Those things are difficult to do. That's where the effort comes in. That's where you use your willpower, is to remember that when you feel that automatic defensiveness come up, that you say to yourself, the only way that I'm going to improve is to be able to accept that I'm not perfect. No one is. This is Dave Erickson, Live by Choice.